Hmm. Hello, hello. Welcome to Bunny Love 444. How does it go? Cheerio. It's Terrific Tuesday, and you are terrific, and you are smiling, shining, glowing, and flowing, right? But today, woo, I'm telling you, this sacred purpose and our sacred task that Father has us doing is amazing, soul family. So, if you've just joined in, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Soul Family, for always being here for me. To all you newcomers, welcome, welcome. It is greatly appreciated that you are here and ready to heal and to heed the messages. And it's a very tough journey, but we know you got it, okay? So we are going to get the third eye chakra lit up here for the incense. Oh, hold on. Let me get this lit up and then I'll get the Murray. But yeah, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so you know when I go live. I'll be going live a lot more, especially with all the good things that are taking place. Okay. And share the video, get the content out there. It helps with the channel, helps with the messages so that it can reach the people who are wanting to heal and to really put in that hard work. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. We'll get that up here. Hold on, hold on. But yeah, if you're having a terrific Tuesday, put some stars, yellow stars down in the comments so that I know you're here. I know that you're having a good day. Um, I feel some energy and a little bit of anxiety from somebody. Okay. Just know that we all go through it, but we will all get through it together. Let me get this Palo Santos going. I always make sure that you are protected. I always do my prayer beforehand and make sure that no weapon form against you at any way, shape, or form. Father is always protecting us. Same with Archangel Michael. And the protection has gotten even stronger now that we're in the Mercury retrograde, okay? Because for a lot of people, they have the adverse effect when it comes to it. A lot of people will feel, that confusion and frustration where the ones who are doing their work are not going to feel that. It's like you're going to feel that energetic pop. It's going to be like bada bing, bada boom, baby. So there's some for you, some for me, and we'll get the Murrah here. But first, I gotta get this out. I don't like having the ashes and everything on my cloth when I'm doing my cards. So, anyways, all right, yeah. And the one the one card that keeps sticking in my head is the Ace of Wands because that's all about the inspiration and creativity, right? And we're going to talk about that because there's a few announcements that I need to make and everything. But let me get the Murray. That way we can get popping with this. So, as you all know, what has been going on with me, I just want to elaborate a bit. I'm so excited. It's just like words just want to purge out of my mouth. But the thing is so you all know what I've been going through, so family, because I am very vulnerable and transparent when it comes to what is going on. And all the blessings and prayers, they did extend it until Thursday for me. So thank you for all the love and support, and to make it possible that it just extended it a couple more days for everything to fall through. Because however God wants it to work out is how it's going to work out. And it showed just that. Okay. Um, for any of you out there who see anybody that is using my photos or anything, report them, okay? Because I am not on any of these other platforms. My YouTube is my platform. I have my TikTok. and I have my Facebook. That's it. Okay. And so anybody else who is pretending to be me, using my photos, pictures, anything, like I said, I have that they have committed identity theft. Okay. The proof is in the pudding and all of that. I need to make sure that you guys are protecting me as well. If you come through and you see something like that, you know, bring it to my attention. If you don't want to say anything, I'll be glad to say something, because I'm not going to put up for that. Okay. Also, I want to say that when you're on your sacred journey and you are doing exactly what Father is wanting you to do, He will open the windows of heaven and pour blessings upon blessings, you know, on you. And so this read is, it is our sacred text. It is God's purpose, right? But the thing is He is shelling out beautiful blessings and testimonies every step of the way. Okay. So little Mediterranean sage for that cleansing of our clarity, so that we're always thinking clearly, getting clear messages that are coming through. I just got a couple more decks here that I need to shuffle quick before we get into it. But I can say this, you know, it's like, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, go down in the description. I have an email that you can contact me, because I will not reach out to you. You have to reach out to me and fulfill your cup that way, because I will never reach out to people. So anybody reaching out claiming that they're me, no, that is fake. Okay. It is fake as AF. Okay. I'm done with people doing that to me, because soul family, remember what I told you, that by doing the work and doing the healing, and if I ascend to higher levels, I bring my soul family with me, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening. So when it comes to the situation, you know, about my stuff and what I'm going through, like I said, they extended it for 2 days, because I pushed it even further with what is going on. And I made the phone calls, and I'm talking phone calls to the White House. That's how we're going to make a change, right? You cannot sit back and expect things to change. You've got to be the one to make the change. And in order for them to make the change of the things that are going on, you have to be the one to step up and say, listen, this ain't right. We need justice where the injustice happening, right? So yeah, that's why my video is late tonight. It's not really late. We do the normal time, but like I put in my post, I was going to do it at 8 o'clock, because I've been on the phone with different meetings, Zoom meetings, which that's another beautiful blessing. But yeah, just know that they take it seriously when you know what you're talking about, and you know, and you have all of your information put together, and you make them important phone calls. They listen, because the moment that I spoke to the White House, them people were on it like bubonic, baby. It was like the bunny tracks going, and it was just phone call after phone call after phone call, because they need to know. Okay. It's like, don't just sit there and let somebody walk all over you, or do things to your community. It's like, stand up, be that voice, say it loud and proud, speak your truth. Don't be afraid to be you. And that's part of what God is saying here, is that when He gives you a sacred task and He gives you a sacred purpose, you do the mission. Okay. And that's exactly what I do, because I speak the truth. I put it out there. I'm not afraid to, you know. A lot of people will be like, oh no, I'm intimidated, I'm not going to call them, I'm not going to do that. But you got to do what you got to do in order to protect people, and to stop the things that are going on that are not good for the world itself, right? Yes, thank you, sister. I greatly appreciate you. Yes, love you so much, Luana. But this is why my video is late tonight, and this is not an excuse. This is for all of us in humanity, and they need to change these things. So I will bring it to attention. If somebody brings something to me and you feel that there's something that needs to be changed, or that you feel that there's an injustice, bring it forth, and I will make sure that I stay on it like Blue Bonnet, because I'm Bunny Love, right? And I love my soul family and I love humanity, and that's the only way that we can do it, is stick together, build together. Now here's another blessing. So I also, like I said, you know about the storage stuff and everything else. I got the extension on that. Okay, I'm not gonna keep saying it for anybody that comes in. Just please go back and watch the beginning of it. But today, God showed his true testimony, because everything I do out of unconditional love to help people heal. I never ask for anything unless something comes up in our life, which things pop up, right? And I ask for the help, and we'll sit back and see how God unfolds it. But today, he showed me his testimony, because me to diligently keep pushing forward and using my benevolence to push forward time and time again, no matter what's going on in my life, I still make sure that I show up for my soul family and for the people who need it, the ones who are drawn for the messages. And I got the most amazing offer today. And I'm talking the most amazing offer. So they'll be sending me, when I do my photo shoot and everything, they'll be sending all of that stuff, and I will keep you updated, because I don't want to give away right now what the partnership that came in. Just know that this partnership is, I believe she said it was like 50, I want to say 50 million people watch it, or 50 million people or interact on it. Okay, so just know that this is massive, and this is God's way of showing me, because it's exactly what I do for God's work. Thank you, sister. Love you so much. You said it yesterday. It's going to work out how God wants it, right? And this is exactly what he did, because this is something that I'm already doing, but somebody who sees the true value in what I do and is willing to partnership. So this partnership is massive. Like I said, it's like 50 million, I believe. And I will correct it if I am wrong, but that's what they said today. Yeah, and pretty soon it's like we got about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but I will be doing the photo shoot and everything for it, so that you can see that anything that you put your heart, mind, and soul to, and the sacred task that you do for Father, he's going to guide you on your destiny to do exactly what you are called to do. So don't ever lose hope. Don't ever let the devil keep his foot at your throat. Keep pushing through no matter how hard it gets. Okay. You always trust and believe in our Father, because he's the one that's going to bless you. Now, the other thing that I want to say is there has, and I'm not going to say their names, because I don't do that. I'm going to bring it to attention, but I'm not going to call their names out, because the acts that they did shows that they need a lot of healing. But I just want to say to the few people who wrote them really nasty messages on some of my shorts, I just want to let you know that I forgive you, and I hope that you get the healing, because you don't know me, so don't judge me until you actually come in and start to get to know me. That's confirmation from Father. But until you actually know me, don't come at me that way, okay? But I do forgive you. So sending you lots of love and light, and I wish you well on your journey to your healing. Okay. All right. So whoops, hold on. Why that fell down, I don't know. Okay. There we go. All right. So let's find out what is in the head, the heart, and the body that Father wants to bring out when it comes to the sacred task. What do we need to know that he is really bringing forth to us? Because like I said, so family, when I go up, I bring all around me up too. Okay. We all level up together because that's what God says. Yeah, look, Archangel Uriel coming in. This is about the crown chakra. This is about the protection. This is about knowing that we are being directly guided, because when you see the ups and downs, okay, Archangel Uriel, the ups and downs here, it's showing you that we all go through the ups and downs, but God gives us the strength, right? So we're going to get 4 shuffles and we're going to find out what God wants us to know, what he wants us to know when it comes. Yeah, and I cut the deck again and it came back out. So that must be one of the cards that are going to be out here tonight, because it keeps showing up. But when it comes to our sacred task, it's like people say, well, what do you mean sacred task? Okay. The thing is Father gifted all of us with beautiful skills, talents, gifts, whatever it may be that you are really good at, okay? That are your strong points. But there's something that Father specifically gifted you so that you could bring the unity and the balance to the world, right? Okay. So that's very important. So, oh, scared me. I was like, what? How my dog opened that door? But anyways, so let's find out what is in the head. What is in the head, Father? Okay. What is in the head? Thank you. What is in the head, Father? Okay. Heavenly Father, I ask you for your divine guidance. What is in the heart space, Father? What is in the heart space? What is in the heart space, Father? And what is in the body? What is in the body, Father? What do we need to know in the body? What is in the body, Father? Thank you. The overall energy, he wants you to stand in your power, okay? Because the thing is when it comes to anything on our journeys, yes, we're going to have challenging times, okay? We're the rented souls in these physical bodies here in this 3D matrix called Earth, or what the archangels like to call it is the 3D playground, right? But this is about Archangel Michael coming in and saying, you are divinely protected, because Father walks before you, he walks behind you, and he walks on the side of you, depending on what the situation is. But and we're in Leo season right now, okay, here in August, but it's having that strength of Judah. It's having that power that Father gives you to do your sacred task and do it with the diligence, okay? So, what do we have in the headspace? We have unity, we have balance, right? So okay, we'll get the rest of them, Father. Thank you. Wow. Unity, guidance, and communication. Okay, so this is in the headspace. So we have Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel coming through, and he is saying that when it comes to it, do not of your own thinking, but follow the guidance of our Father. Listen to his communication to guide you where you need to be. I'm also getting, it's like some of you, since the sacred transformation and the sacred relationship teaching, that he had me do for that 30 days and then that 7 days, he's like, a lot of you are starting to see the transformation for yourself. Okay. It's like, it's really brought balance in your life to see certain things from a different perspective now. Okay. I'm also hearing that in the headspace now, you have done a lot of the work to where you and your twin flame are going to have this reunion, this unity. Okay. So, and that comes down to there's something major that you and your twin flame come together to do for Father, right? He guides you because there's something massive. Okay. This is the same like last night when it came to the headspace. He's saying that he guides you to take the action where you need to take action. And even if you feel in the dark or your twin feels in the dark, he always lights the way. He always guides you down the correct path. And he said that also a lot of you are questioning, well, how do you know if you're on the right path? How do you know that you're even at that level? Okay, Father says you're going to start seeing the synchronicities. So if you're seeing, 1010, that is God and the angels being right there with you saying, listen, you are on the right path. Because when you break 1010 down, that is number 11, right? That is the divine path. And it's like you and Father and you and your twin flame are on the right path. There's many other synchronicities to be able to know that you're on the right path. When you see 11, that a lot. Okay, so Father wants me to slow back here a minute, because a lot of you are like, well, I see 1111. That means that you're on the right path for your twin to come into unity with you. Okay. Or that you're going to cross paths. Now, my nose is itching. So there's a divine masculine paying attention right now, because it's like, yeah, I want to get to know you more. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because Father is coming to say, you already know each other. But on the physical 3D, the guidance is being able to communicate, to get to know each other, to see the likes and dislikes, and the things that are going on within each of you, because that's the communication that Father wants, right? He wants that passionate communication between the two of you. Yeah, now there's a divine feminine. So my nose itching is telling me that we have divine masculine and divine feminine energy here that is watching this going, yeah, yeah, right on. It's like, okay, some of them could be playing music, because the harp is Father's favorite instrument, right? It's his favorite instrument, the angelic instrument. But overall, it's as you start ascending and evolving to a higher consciousness of who you are and to your better version of you, you're going to start seeing more balance come in your life. It's like you're going to see, like, your old behaviors, they're going to start falling away. Okay. And that's telling you, good morning, sweetheart. um that's telling you that you are doing the healing and that God is proud of you. Now, if you want to know if you have some type of connection with God, if you see the synchronicities, 3 3 or 3 3 3, 10 10, if you see 1101, okay, just know that you're on the divine path as you with God as the angelic being. That is a synchronicity to let you know that He is in your thoughts, He is in your heart, He is in your soul. Okay. And a lot of people are like, well, so many people say it's different messages, but Father's coming in directly and saying, any number that you see two of that has the zero, that is Father coming in and saying that you and him are communicating. Okay. He is communicating to you. So, what you were thinking about at that very moment when you saw that, that is what Father wants you to take a deeper look on. That's how you get your guidance. That's how you get your understanding in order to balance yourself of knowing, well, how do I know if I'm communicating? How do I know that we're having this conversation? Because He will guide you. And anytime you see, like, if you see 707, he's saying right there too, 707 is saying that you have faith in Father and Father has faith in you. So that means when it comes down, He's ready to make big changes in your life and give you that new beginning, okay, to take away the adversity, he's saying. So, and a lot of people, have a hard time deciphering, well, how do you know? How do you know? You do have to be careful, because there are lower energies, there are the Terrans and the agents and the messengers that like to come in and portray a certain message. Now, Father will never betray you. He will never forsake you, and He will never betray you. When He is giving you a message, you will know, because you will either hear a beep, you'll hear the ringing in your left ear, the lights can flicker. Them are confirmations from Father, okay? Or if you're outside and all of a sudden you see the cardinal, and the cardinal is going off, and I mean going off, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, she listens to birds and what birds say. But the funny thing is I've gotten messages like when me and somebody are standing outside and they start asking me about stuff, and all of a sudden the spiritual realms start going off, and I give the message of what they're saying, because you ain't doing bird talk, right? It's spirit, it's our Father that comes through to communicate to you, and he tells you through that guidance. Okay, so when I gave the message, they were like, how did you know I was so upset and so hurt, but I was trying to play it off and masquerade that I was all happy go lucky and nothing was wrong? Well, Father came in and said so. you know that's why I love Mother Earth Gaia too. All right, so what is in the heart space, Father, when it comes to the sacred task? What is in the heart space? Ah, I absolutely love it. So when you balance your mind, you do the healing, you follow the guidance and communicate, he says, you're going to have a new beginning, because he's bringing justice and joy to your life. So we have Archangel Raphael helping you build a stronger foundation with the new beginnings that are happening in your life, with the understanding and finding the balance within yourself, to know that Father is communicating that justice, because this is right under the guidance, right? This is Archangel Michael coming in, and it's saying, look, you're going to have that peace and tranquility. This is also yeah, it's also telling somebody to stay deeply rooted and grounded on your spiritual journey, and be careful who you're communicating with, because certain people will try to pull you off your divine path, okay? And they do that because they don't want to see you propel forward. They don't want to see a Father's showing me a slingshot. So he's saying that people don't want to see you shoot forward or launch forward to your higher purpose, because they feel they're going to be left behind. So that's why he guided me to let you know at the beginning of this video, when I relayed that message. If I'm sending to another level, I'm bringing you all with me, okay? It's like I don't leave people behind. It's like I ask Father, if I'm moving up, they move up too. And he says, well, being that ancient regal master teacher and giving my messages, he's like, you are elevating them. You are bringing them into balance of who they are, in order for them to have that stable foundation and that new beginning. Okay. This is also considered the Fool card, the new beginning. But that's all the zodiacs. Okay. The Fool card in the tarot represents all zodiacs. So all 12 houses, whether you're air, fire, water, earth signs, no matter what, it's like you're all coming into a new beginning. Okay. And he is balancing things out. Okay. He's balancing things out. And he said also that when it comes to the divine communication, it is now starting to balance out, where you guys are now starting to see things in a different perspective. And he's proud of you. He's like, I'm so proud of everything that you've been doing, because this represents the beauty and enlightenment on your divine path. And something about summer. Heavenly Father, elaborate on that, please. He's saying a lot of you have stepped in to that part of awakening this summer. Okay. So this summer is like, this is where your new beginning has started. Okay. It's like you're more balanced this summer than you have been in a long time, because of the guidance that you've been getting. And Father, bringing the communication to bring justice to the divine path, to the divine and the sacred transformation, and how the sacred relationships and everything go. Because it's like, yeah, we know relationships, but when you're talking on the three major levels of relationships when it comes to our Father through our third eye, or also known as our spiritual antenna, because the pineal gland is our spiritual antenna. And that's our crown chakra, right? That's where God comes through, and that's why it's purple. Okay. So, yeah, it's bringing a lot of joy to a lot of people because now you are starting to see how things are going with that fluidity in your life, right? You're like, wow, putting this and this together, it's like the universe is making everything just flow so gracefully. And that's the work of our Father. Okay, so what's in the body, Father? Oh, hallelujah. I love you. I love you. So when I say what's in the body, we know the body of Christ, right? The body of our Father, right? So we have love, peace, and being a service to humanity. Now, you see how beautiful that's synced up with what Father had me say at the beginning of this video, why it took a little longer, and why he said, make sure that you repeat it for anybody new coming in. Make sure you repeat it. He's like, not once, not twice, but 3 times, because that's all about the divine communication, right? So in your head, you are now starting to find that balance instead of being in this constant frustration and confusion, because you are getting the epiphanies, you're getting the messages to be able to communicate and understand. And it's like you feel this new energetic song or frequency within your body to have that new beginning, right? It's like something's changing inside of you and you're going, well, what is all this? But Father is bringing that balance to you so that you can have that joy, that peace, that love, and be of service. Okay. This is absolutely amazing when I see this, because it's finding that balance and bringing justice to yourself, servicing yourself, your emotions, your hurts, your traumas, your pains, your sufferings, the betrayals, and learning how to transform that into a new beginning to have love that brings balance on how you communicate or who you communicate with. Okay. But it's also that peace, love, and joy. The only one we don't have out here is that harmony, right? But Father is that harmony. Hello, Paula. Hello. We don't have the harmony out here, but the thing is you are the harmony, because when you can balance this within yourself, it's like following that guidance will bring you that new beginning, and you're going to have a peace. Because there's Father, the dove. The dove is the dove of love, right? That's our Father. He always brings you that olive branch, right? No matter if it's ups or downs, ins and outs. It's like he communicates and he brings that peace. When you turn to him, he brings that peace within you that comes from the heart, because the green garment is all about the fourth chakra. That's all about that unconditional love in your heart. But it's also learning to look at things differently in the world, because we wake up. Father is saying that we wake up every day and it's negative, 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 negative. Okay. Everything that you see, there's something bad that happened, something that went wrong. It starts your day out negative, negative, negative. And he said, in order to have that joy, that love, and that peace, by coming to balance with you, the angelic team is really watching over you, and Archangel Michael is really protecting you at this time, because with the Mercury retrograde, everything is intensified. Okay, so I'm hearing a lot of you, it's like your sleep patterns, you're staying a little late, up a little later than you normally would. I'm hearing right now, because he's showing me a massive pain down here. A lot of you may be urinating a lot more frequently, or you might be having the abdominal pain down on the right side by your bladder. Okay. He's saying drink cranberry juice for somebody who has a UTI. Okay. So for whoever that is, just know he's coming in. He's making sure that you are well balanced, that you are being a service to yourself, because a lot of you are feeling, ascension symptoms that are going on. So a lot of you, he's talking about, it's like you're feeling more like sinus pressure or more like throbbing of your head. It's not like a full-blown headache, but it's like the throbbing. Just know that them are ascension levels or symptoms, and be a service to yourself. Really focus and pay attention, because when you calm yourself within you, when you raise your frequency to bring that joy and peace in your world, it's like you are coming from that place of love. And when you're loving yourself enough to take care of you and really protect your energies, I'm for somebody out here right now, I'm being told to tell you, you need to protect your crown chakra, because there's some spiritual warfare that has just been hammering you left and right, left and right. It's like you don't know where it's coming from, but I'm hearing Father's coming in and communicating that factor, that it's some ex is really doing some nasty things and not being very nice. Okay, so on that, ask Archangel Michael to remove the lower energies immediately. Ask Archangel Metron to put the cube around you, the geometric cube, put it around you so that it blocks you from everything that they are doing, especially in this retrograde. It intensifies, but if you bring knowledge to it, okay, so this is why Father at the beginning of the video was telling me to tell you about that situation. It's about acknowledging it, it's about speaking it out, it's about being able to stop it dead in its tracks. Okay, all right, Father, so let's get some clarification what we need to know about the balance. I'm just going to move the cards. Hopefully you guys can see them. I'm trying to get them for your view, but I know if I try to move this thing, it'll start freezing up, because I've worked this thing to the bones. Well, to the circuit bones. I've worked it to the circuit bones. Anyways, back to what we're doing here. 4 shuffles. I worked it to the circuit bones. The transmitters aren't a going. Anyway, all right, 2 more shuffles here, and we're going to clarify what Father is talking about. See, and my OCD is coming in right now, because I'm sorry, but I gotta have them aligned. Can you still see them? Yeah, okay. I gotta have them aligned. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, put it nice. All right, Father, what do we have for the unity? Yeah, cherish yourself. See, before you can cherish anybody else, you have to cherish you, because Father resides within you. So when you're cherishing you, you are taking care of you and Father. But in order to take care of others, you have to put you first, okay? This is about that unity to accept and love yourself for who you are, and know that we are all imperfectly perfect, flaws and all. But that's what makes us extraordinary, unique, because we're not made to fit in. We're made to stand out. Okay. Father has these sacred tasks and purpose for us, and we're made to stand out. But in order to do that, it's like you have to accept who you are, love who you are, know your worth, know you're valuable, know you have a purpose, know you have a sacred task on your destiny, and cherish you. Okay. So, what do we have for the guidance, Father? Okay. So, first and foremost, Father said he's giving you the guidance. Okay. He's lighting this up for some of you. So, take what resonates. Okay. And he's saying, listen, you need to start simplifying your life again. Okay. This card keeps coming out when it comes to the mind. It's because what I hear, it's like you need to be able to cherish the little things. Stop thinking that everything has to be big and bright and glorious, you know? He's like, he says like this. He wants me to show you like this. Okay? So this little one right here, this is the smoky quartz. And this is a massive protection stone. You see how small this is compared to the clear rainbow quartz, which is a master healer stone? Okay? Yeah, this is a master healer, but this is a master protector. You see the difference? He says, appreciate and cherish the smaller things because this one right here will protect you massively, where this one will heal you massively, right? And so it's like he wants you all to start proceeding softly with yourself and have that power to keep growing, but grow in the moments when it comes to the quietude. Okay. So when you're sitting in quiet and you're like getting downloads, Father says, pay attention to the guidance. What is he bringing to your mind? What is the thing that pops up? Okay. Because when he's wanting you to simplify your life, I'm going to use the analogy and the testimony of my situation, right? Okay. Because he said this is a prime example. So I was letting you all know what was going on with my storages and stuff like that and how I'm about to lose everything, right? And in Father's eyes, he's like, that's not simplifying your life. That's creating more havoc for your life because of it. But he said, listen, as long as you don't turn your back on me, he says, I will make sure that we proceed softly because he's going to come in quietly and he's going to make something happen in order to be able to save it, to be able to take care of it, right? So he's telling you it's like everything doesn't always have to be loud and banging and clashing. It's like, and when he's saying simplify your life, it doesn't mean like, okay, you, and you, done. It means the simple things like simplifying your life, okay? If you haven't worn clothes or if you've got clothes that have been hanging in your closet for over a year, 6 months to a year, and you haven't wore any of them, why do you have it in your closet? Why hold on to it? You know, Father says simplify things by making little changes each and every day. So that's another one that he's got coming through. So what do we have for communication, Father? Because I know this task and this one fell right on my lap. So Father is saying, here, sit down here on the old right leg with the right hand because you're in his season in his favor. Because look, you're soaring into joy. That's 2 cards of joy from 2 different decks. So what Father is saying that, and when I said come sit here on my right leg, this is because it's like your childlike wonders are filling your life as you're rising to higher ascension levels. Okay, now you know it's not good to be taking the helium out of the balloons just to talk in a funny voice. You can do that without helium, all right? I just thought I'd throw that in there because up and away. But it's like when you honor your inner child, which that is the innocence of who you are, that is the one who is going to be doing the sacred task, you know, and the divine purpose of Father. But when you start simplifying and bringing out the innocence of that inner child, it's like your life is going to be so fulfilled. It's going to bring so much joy and it's going to bring that peace and love, you know, and it will really show you what you are meant to do on this earth. Because even people who, you know, may have not worked in a long time, or people who they work but they wonder, is this job the job that I'm supposed to be at? What am I supposed to be doing? Tink, tink. Father just said follow the communication. Because if that comes to your mind and you're questioning that, do the healing and he'll show you what job is really meant for you. Okay. It's like, because a lot of people stop their passions, they stop their desires of what they want to do or what they're drawn to do because of the self limitations, the self limitations, the doubts, the self esteem issues, the low confidence. It's not, it's like you doubting yourself and not seeing your worth to know that you are very worthy and deserving of that position, of that job that you've been co creating. Confirmation. You see, Father even said, he's like, yes, you do deserve it. It's like you just have to work on that inner child and have fun. It doesn't mean go and be immature and, launch water balloons that, just an analogy. But the thing is like not being immature, but it's pulling the innocence out of you spiritually of what you are meant to do. And that's why I showed you how to do your life path number and your soul urge number and the destiny number, because it's very important to know them numbers 1 through 9 when it comes to that, because it's telling you exactly where your greatest potential is. Okay. What you are meant to do when it comes down to Father's description. Thank you, sweetheart. I gotta be myself, put a little of that humor in there, because that's normally who I am. I mean, anybody that is in my inner circle knows that I love to crack jokes all the time. I love, to keep the laughing and the flowing and that joy and that peace. So I greatly appreciate you, sister. But yes, I do got to crack me some funnies every once in a while, because if Humpty Dumpty can sit on a wall and be all cracked up, I can crack some funnies every once in a while. But anyway, so getting back, you have that new beginning, right? So it's also saying when it comes to the heart space, it's like you simplify things in your life and you start proceeding softly instead of being so shut off and so closed off because of all your hurt, your pain, and your trauma, that you have now blocked your purpose of what you were meant to be doing. So when you come and balance it with the heart, the fourth chakra, it's like your foundation changes. Okay. You will feel an energetic pull. You will have this new beginning that will make you feel so different. It's like when this happened to me, it's like somebody turned around and made a really, how do I want to determine it, unintelligent comment about me. And it's like he actually was painting a mirror picture of who he truly was. Okay. Because I don't do the devil's work. Never will I do the devil's work. I do Father's work. So yeah, and that divine masculine, he's like, yeah, itchy nose. But that new beginning, look at, you are planting seeds for your own prosperity to manifest your wishes, dreams, goals, and desires. Everything that you ever wanted, Father is like, I'm right here. I've been waiting for you to say, I'm open to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. I'm open to receive, because he's saying that you have to be ready for it. And if you ain't ready for that new beginning because you're not doing the work, how are you going to plant new seeds? How are you going to keep doing that work if you kind of stop and say, well, wait a minute. If I plant these seeds, then I got to go out there and I got to water it and I got to, cultivate the weeds out of there and I got to do all this work, right? But in the end, you have this beautiful vegetable or beautiful fruit, whatever seeds you're planting. That's just an analogy that I'm using. Divine masculine, why is your energy all up on it tonight? It's like bada bing, bada boom. But it's like Father wants that abundance to pour in your life. He wants you to see his testimony of his unwavering love. He wants you to be able to have that justice in situations that feel very unjust. And that's why he had me bring that message through. He keeps bringing that up. So it's like bringing balance to the unity of humanity while bringing that unity and balance within yourself. Because once you do that, it's like you're living the most joyful life. It's like, let's go. You know, some of you could be going out running, playing. Me, I love doing all the fun, silly things, that most women would not like, but I like it. But on the journey, when it comes to the justice, look, see that? It's like Father is telling you, you start that launch. And what did I tell you when he was showing me the slingshot before we even got to the heart space? And he was showing me the slingshot and saying launching forward or slingshotting forward. Okay, there's true communication from Father coming through and saying, listen, it's like some of you want to travel, but you say, I don't have the finances. Well, who's the man of miracles? Father is. You do that work, he brings you justice. He gives you new beginnings to do something that you haven't done for a long time. It's like being able to set sail on a journey with Father and get closer to him to see that it opens up massive, abundance and massive joy. So thank you, Father. I greatly appreciate that. What do we have for joy? Yes, give birth to your joy. Okay? Give birth. It's like bringing forth your dreams, your goals, your desires. And it's like when Father says stepping into that stillness, right? It's because he wants you to proceed softly and know exactly where you're destined to go and where you're destined to be and what is your purpose and what mission do you have when it comes to the community. You see the community here? Yeah, he's drawing me to the grandfather clock. It actually looks like the glockenspiel. Yeah, it's like, so he's saying that when you proceed silently and do these things, it's not like you going out there, and I'm just going to use this as my mic, but it's not like you going out there and say, okay, today I'm going to heal the hurt in my body, or I'm going to heal the hurt in my family. Hey, how do you feel about that? Psych. Okay. The thing is when you step into the stillness, it's like you are this majestic being and you're doing that hard work in silence with Father and being able to communicate that, right? He is communicating you because he says, go lock yourself in a quiet room and guaranteed he will bring through the things that you are supposed to do. It's like almost like creative writing or writing a book. Okay. I'm going to use them analogies right now. It's like when a creative writer or somebody, like me that does creative writing and poetry. Okay. When you're around a bunch of people, is it easy to get that communication? Easy to focus on what is needing to come down on paper? No, you're like, excuse me, could you please leave the room? Aisle number 2 over there. Thanks. It's like, go find something to do because I want to be in my quiet space. And when I'm in my quiet space, I can pop off like within a minute. I can have multiple different, poetry written out, or I can get the channeled messages that Father really wants, the in-depth teachings where he, like you saw the other night, where he was giving me the letters to help you guys with your soul urge and your life path and your destinies. And I'm sitting here channeling with him as you guys are staring at me. And I'm like, okay. And I'm writing it down for you. And then I show you what he's channeling. You can't do that unless you are in that majesty of silence of like, shh, be very, very quiet. We be rabbit hunting. Pew pew. No, just kidding. All right. Anyways, I hope I made you smile. I hope you guys got some laughs off of that because you can't always. Father says you need to having fun and be spontaneous too. You can't always be serious all the time, you know? And that's where that true balance comes. That's where your chakras, are completely balanced for you to be able to communicate, because everything that you are doing out of the love for yourself, out of the love for our Father. And it's being able to bring back that love to humanity, because there's so many rotten things that are going on. And it's like Father says, and I'm going to say it right here, right now, because you've heard me say this many times and he's bringing it forth. So I got to say it, because when Father says, you do. But he said, all of us, the communication, all of us, we are like a bouquet of flowers. We come in all different shapes, colors, and sizes, but we all come back to love. It's like he loves all of us. And once we balance ourselves out, once we heal our chakras from all that past trauma and all that hurt and pain, and really ground ourselves, you come back to that loving spot of knowing, and it gives you that peace and tranquility and serenity of just like, and that's stepping into the true power of who you are as an angelic being. It's like nobody can come after you, because the lion who soars with Father is the Lion of Judah, right? Okay. All right. So let's find out what he wants us to know for love. What do you want us to know? What did I say? We are that bouquet of flowers, right? Because look, expecting miracles. Father is expecting miracles of all of us to come back into that unity, to make this world a more healing place, make it a more happy, peaceful place, a more enjoyable place, where you don't have to be afraid to go do this or do that, which I'm not. I mean, I'll go do it. I'm not afraid like that, but I'm saying, like, you can't even allow your kids to be out in your front yard anymore, because you don't know. You just don't know. And that's where things need to be changing again, because man, back in the old, well, I can't say old days, but yes, I can. Okay. Not, it's not like the olden days, but in the old school days, okay, I'm talking back in the 80s, okay, early 90s. You didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to worry about locking your doors, because love thy neighbor, right? Father says, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. Okay. You didn't have to worry about that. There was so much trust that was built between the connections and the communications that brought that joy, right? It brought that joy. It brought that peace and that harmony. You didn't have to worry about that. Nowadays, oh, no, no, no. You have to hire services just to make sure that your stuff is safe. You know, you have to protect your identity. You have to do all these different things, and it's like it's changed so much. And he said that's not what he created this world to be. It's like there's so many disturbances between countries and everything that we're going through. It's like, no, that's not what he intended it for. It's like, bring that unity to you so we can all do the healing that we need to make a difference, to be that legacy for the next generations to come and say, hey, you know what? These people cared so much that they not only healed themselves, but they were out there helping heal each other so that they could make it a more peaceful place for the next generations to come, right? And that's what Father's talking about, bringing the peace to the world. It's like, why should our kids as kids and grandkids and everything else, yes, much love to you, sweetheart. Why should all of our kids or our kids' kids and everything have to keep going through the same hurt and pain? When are we going to break that generational curse? When are we going to bring that peace and that love back to where it's supposed to be, to the unity, to be that service, to say, guess what? We're not putting up with it no more. It's like people want us to change to conform to society. But when we make the change, we help society conform to coming back to that peace, to that love, to that understanding. It's like not everything has to be turmoil all the time. Not everything has to be toxicity. It's like, I understand if you actually did a poll, okay, and you did a poll on whatever platform, and you said something positive versus something negative, and see, say something like, okay, which one are you more drawn to? And don't tell them what you're doing. You just put up two different scenarios and say, which one are you more drawn to? And just say it like that. And guess what? They're going to go straight to that negativity one, right? Because that is saying they have some healing to do within themselves for them to be magnetically drawn by the universe, universe, the universe, and the force be with you. No, I'm just kidding. But they're drawn magnetically to that negative because they're vibrating at a lower frequency. You see what I'm saying? So when you have people that are at peace and who are actually doing the healing, this brings justice in your life and brings great joy because it's like you bring in all that positive vibrating stuff, right? All right. So what do we have for peace, Father? Yeah, that's right, baby. Get them bubbles ready. Yeah, that's self-love, self-care, because that peace is all about savoring the pleasures of all your hard work, of being able to launch into your new journey, to do your sacred task that Father has for you, to be on your divine destiny and to make a difference in the world, right? Because it's like, oh, I'm taking care of myself. Look at candlelight bath, giving yourself unconditional love. You did your reflections and healed the things that you needed to heal, right? Because it's like taking care of yourself is taking care of Father. And when you take care of them too, he brings you and launches you into this journey, and he's opening up new doors. So divine masculine, divine feminine. When Father says, listen, it's like he's bringing that balance because some of you, new doors have been doors that have been locked for you. I'm hearing for 10 plus years, them doors that were locked, you're going to see they're fully open. Father says there is no revolving door. Okay. There is no revolving door. These doors that have been locked for you have now come completely open, and he's going to bless because he wants you to be out there to be a service to people. He wants you to help heal people. He wants you to bring more things in. Okay. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, I love reading too. I love reading. Reading is amazing. Yeah. Because look, in order for you to come on your sacred purpose with Father of knowing what you need to be doing on your destiny, it's like you have to heal the past. In order for bamboo, okay? Bamboo is all about good fortune, right? It's good luck, good fortune. So when you're planting them seeds, Father has already got the stability for your good fortunes waiting. He has been watching everything that you do, and so he's saying that every time that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be, you get another reward from heaven that is going to come on to you. But he says that good fortune and all the things that he wants to bestow in your life is about you planting the seeds and doing the growth. Because right here, don't this look like a little Christmas tree or one of them um what do they call it, hold on, I'm trying to think of the name. It's a certain plant. It's part of the cactus family. I don't know why I can't think of it. Ah, when I remember, I'll tell you. When I remember, I'll tell you, okay? I can't remember the name of that cactus right now. I don't. It's like desert rose something. Desert rose. And that's the actual name of it, of the cactus. We know cactuses are from the desert, but Father has shown me desert rose. And it's got a specific, like, almost mahogany looking, inner circle little flower on it. Can't think of the name though. It also reminds me of the aloe vera plant, which is the healing, as the healer. But it's about you being able to grow to your full potential, to be service, and to be able to do your path. Yeah. So let's see what the conscious has to say about that. We'll get 4 shuffles. 4 shuffles. Be like, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. No, just kidding. I'm telling you, today was one of them days of watching the blessings come in, but to get that huge offer, yeah, it was just wow. So, but we'll be doing the photo shoot soon. Yeah, look, okay, there's your divine path. Okay, so a lot of you could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that specifically where you need to really focus on the body, mind, and soul, to let your spirit flow, to listen to your intuitive side, okay? Because there's changes coming in your life. Because when he shows me the crown chakra with 26, that's broken down to number 8. 8 is all about changes. And Father says that there's something that intuitively they've been trying to guide you and give you the wisdom on to be able to make the change. And so it's very important that you're listening to your intuitive nudges and seeing the signs and synchronicities, because for your divine path, he is saying that he's giving you a guided nudge. Okay. Also, somebody could be born on the 19th, because he's showing me the 19th. Okay. What else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know, please? Wow. Remember when I told you that, go to your room, tell them, okay, it's time for you to kick rocks, right? Go to your sacred space and close the door and communicate to see what messages he's giving you, to be able to have that joy, to be able to have that security, to have that contentment, to know of what am I supposed to do on my divine path, because it's making me very emotional not knowing what I'm doing. What am I here for? Because I keep hearing this energy come in and you keep asking God, what am I here for? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Because I don't want to keep doing this job the rest of my life. Somebody's saying, and they're showing me the gas station, okay, a gas attendant. But he's saying, listen, he's giving you that wisdom. It's like, this is the shaman, right? The shaman is giving you the ancient wisdom. And, a lot of people would look at this like, like it's a witch or something. No, it's like you need to spiritually have an understanding, because when it comes to this is a shaman healer, okay? Getting the ancient wisdom knowledge from our Father, to have that passion, to be able to guide you of where you share your gratitude, where you get your life's wisdom, where you're getting the knowledge through the crown chakra, because it's right under the crown chakra. It's like guiding you. It's guiding you where you need to be. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? Thank you. Yeah, where do you need to be? You need to be in the present here and now, right? Oh, sorry, I don't answer the phone, but that's confirmation. Okay, so God's saying that he has been trying to call some of you. You need to answer that call. Yes, through the crown chakra and the flames. That's coming through. Confirmation right there. Answer the call, because he wants you to be in the here and now. He wants you to be able to work through that past stuff and know that you're not going to sit and live in the past. Because even though you say, oh, well, I'm healed from the past, he's coming in and saying it again. If you're having physical pains, if your legs are hurting, or you get these electric shocks down your legs or down your arms, or tingling and everything else, he's saying you did not fully heal yourself from that situation. It's still lingering because that trauma is still in the physical cells of your body, because people don't understand that our physical pain and trauma is cellular deep. Okay, it is cellular deep. And when I say that, I if it comes out of this deck here when we pull cards, I will show you. It's the purple and green, okay, in the picture of the world, and it's that cellular healing, because you can say you're healed to brush it off and make people think that you healed from a situation, but deep down you still have emotions that every time that something's brought up and it triggers that, it's like you go back to and think, well, oh, I'm so mad that they did this and this to me, because you're not healed from it. When you're truly healed from it, you can say, yeah, yes, they did this to me, I did that to them, and you can take accountability in order to transmute that negative energy into a more positive energy, right? But your physical body, if it's suffering, thank you, sister. I knew it was like the desert rose something he kept saying. So thank you. I love you. Thank you, sister, because yeah, I knew when he was telling me it was like the desert rose, he was showing me the rose. So yes, I greatly appreciate you looking that up. See, that's what I love about you, soul sister. It's like you're like me. It's like when he's telling you something, I can't just like stop right here and, start searching to see what he's saying, but he kept giving me the message. So, yeah, that's beautiful. I love you. That's awesome. Um but it's like a lot of you, when you start healing yourself, okay, you may be disabled, and you may have been disabled for quite a while. You don't have to be disabled, okay? I'm giving you the terminology and the explanation that he's showing me. But a lot of you, you've gone through all these hurts and pains, and you started noticing, like, having lower back pain issues and everything else. That's because you're blocking your solar plex, your third chakra. You're blocking them, right? And you've blocked your radiant circuit to where that energy is not free flowing from your root chakra to your sacral, to your solar plex, to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, and to your crown. It's like you have blockages. So then, if you take and you pack all these things down in there, so you can't get them, okay? And I don't know why he's showing me a divine masculine packing the washer full of massive clothes, but like how you pack it down and you can't get no more in, okay? You pack it all the way down, and what happens? It's like that washer's off balance, right? You are off balance. And that cellular healing goes much deeper, because what you can't see, like even when he's using the wash machine from this divine masculine, he's saying, you don't know if you're wrecking the bearings in the motor. You don't know how it's pulling on the belt that, helps the agitator go. It's like deep down, you got to understand that the pains and hurts that you feel, whether it's neuropathy, bursitis, arthritis, fibromyalgia, all of that, you can truly heal and not have to take medications for. Work through your trauma, and you watch them disappear, because that means you're going cellular deep. It's in our DNA. You think that, okay, in the mind and the heart, yeah, it's there. You feel it in your soul. You feel that sickness. You feel that wanting to purge it out, but it's like you're like, okay, yeah, I talked about it, I dealt with it, it's done. No, it's like you have to take accountability for your wrongdoings, accept your wrongdoings, have that understanding of their wrongdoings, and give forgiveness. And when you start doing that to each and every one of them traumas, it's like you're breaking that program and conditioning, and you're going to watch them physical pains disappear. Truth. Truth. And that's how you truly heal the past. Okay? All right. What else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know? Thank you. I'm telling you, find your bliss, baby. You are that beacon of light. It's time to take your direction. It's time to take your flight. Father is saying it is time to rise up. It is time to come into that healing. It's time for you to follow your divine path and love your divine path, love your sacred transformation, love your sacred relationships, and love your soul purpose, because that soul purpose is going to make a huge change in the world. It's going to make a huge change in the world, because not only that, it's like if people start healing themselves and somebody going from lots of medication down to no medication, what are you doing? Right there. You're taking where all these monies and outrageous prices for these medicines, right? Because God's the healer. God's the healer. Okay? It's like they keep you in this cycle, and yeah, Father said, don't even get on that subject right now, because I have a lot I could say on that subject, especially after yesterday's event. Especially after yesterday's event. Hold on, I need to get a drink. Yeah. Excuse me, but okay. So I got a divine masculine, divine feminine. I hear the giggling. I hear the giggling. Okay. I don't know why it's coming in, but I'm hearing somebody's been giggling so hard that their stomach right here is hurting. And yeah, before we finish on here, I've got to figure out the third eye chakra, or the third eye incense decided to just go out. It says, I don't want to burn no more. Thank you, Father. It says, some of you are so tired of getting burned by people and not understanding why they keep doing it to you. Well, that's something that we will touch on Thankful Thursday, because Father wants you to be thankful when it comes to that. But we are going to touch on something. He's saying that he wants to bring forth on Thankful Thursday, because that's like the Thanksgiving, right? It's like something about sitting at the table at Thanksgiving while flipping the others. Okay. That, ooh, yeah, he's not too happy about some of people that are getting burned. You're not doing anything, but you keep getting burned. It's because he's saying something about your low self-esteem and your confidence. You need to be able to boost that up. You need to be able to do that healing, because you attract them lower energies in to do that type of stuff to you. Okay. Two more shuffles. Yeah. And like I said, he wants you to step into your true power, and to elevate, like I said, because he wants these miracles to come to you, right? All right, Father, what do we need to know from the water realms? Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby buttercup. Mm-mm-mm. Be spontaneous. What did I say? I said that in my message a little earlier, right? I said, be spontaneous, because your miracles are going to come in. But you need to step into the awareness of what is your divine purpose. What purpose does God have you here? He gave each and every one of us specific gifts, skills, and talents. Okay. And that doesn't just mean crafting things with our hands, it's, you could have a craft of being the peacemaker. You could have the gift or the skill or the talent to like balance things out. A lot of you can have, the gift and the skill to fully. Okay. So somebody in Philly fully needs to feel Father's presence. So yeah, it's like you need to, when I say magic, now other people, they misinterpret this so bad, and you know, all I can do is pray for them. But when I say magic, I'm not talking, because I don't go into that dark magic stuff. I don't do anything of the devil. I don't even like to speak of the dark magic, because of the fact there is so much of that spiritual warfare going around. You pay mind to it. What do? You call it in just to spiritually attack you? No. When I say magic, that is the magic of our Father and his presence and the gifts that he gives you to make you that magical, extraordinary, unique individual here for a divine purpose. Okay, Father, what else do we need to know? Thank you. You jumped. What did I say? Be that beacon of light, baby. Shine, shine, know your worth, know your value, have that confidence. Okay, it does not matter what anybody thinks or says about you. It don't matter. You are not here to be, say it in a different word, Father, because you know the word I want to use right now, and it's just he says, listen, it's like people don't like when your light shines because the unhealed ones, it triggers them so bad for them to be the evil and wrongdoers and to take the tongue, which is the complete muscle, right? But they take their tongue and say the most rude, harsh, nastiest things to you. And then when they awaken, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was so rude to you, so mean to you. And it's like, then they come in and thank you because you helped them change their perspective. But they were so triggered that they wanted to do nothing but slam you down. And it's because they had healing. And I'm talking about these people, something about going with the flow. Okay, some of these could be also by the ocean. I'm hearing the canal. There's a canal. Okay. I don't know why Father brought that one in, but all I have to say is hallelujah, Father. I greatly appreciate you. You are my savior. You are my savior and my refuge. Because look at, it's about you having that inner knowing to that innocence and that nostalgia of who you are, okay? To be able to be that beacon of light, to bring it back to the unity, like I said at the beginning of this read, to be of service, right? So it all comes around as this beautiful architect that he has co-created. He's calling it the architect. He's calling it the architect because he co-created this beautiful platform for people to use their discernment to have that greater understanding. But a lot of people don't do that. It's like they're so quick to judge, so quick to, cut people off. Yeah, it's like they're so triggered. Okay. A lot of people get so triggered, and it's because they have the healing. Yeah. Confirmation. I'm telling you, use your discernment because love is the answer. And a lot of you can be afraid of love right now, okay? Because you have been hurt. It's time to go in. It's time to plant new seeds in the cracks of that broken heart and let something new flourish, like I'm even hearing, let that new person that just reached out to you, let them come in and start to get to know each other, be able to communicate, vice versa. So we have both divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So take it how it resonates with you, only but don't try to make something fit because it ain't gonna fit. Okay, it ain't gonna fit. It's not made to fit. Yeah, but see, this is what I was talking about. Thank you, Father. See, I love it. Now I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one first. You see how the beacon of that lighthouse is radiating its light, right? And this person's over here contemplating, into contemplation of, why is her light shining so bright? Oh, well, she thinks she's God's greatest gift and blah, 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 blah. And they start coming in trying to cut you down, right? Because your beacon of light is shining so bright that they can't even look at you anymore. They can't even look over because they get so triggered. But when you look at it, okay, you look at these two different ones, and this is what Father's having me show you. When you look at these two different ones of being the light and being in that contemplation, right? This is a person who's standing there proud, confident, and has great self-esteem, right? Because they're just like, okay, yeah, I'm waiting for my ships to come in. Yeah, cool. You want to come up and talk to me? Hey, how's it going? And this person is over here showing their insecurities. It radiates, their aura radiates. If you can see, their aura radiates. Okay. And it's like they're afraid to look at the light. They're afraid to come out of that dark to fix the things that they need to in order to heal on their journey. And that's what's stopping their dreaming. Okay. They don't have the dreams that Father is communicating to them. They don't want to push forward, but then they sit there and they bitch and they complain because why? They're not moving forward. Nothing's happening. Father says you don't get nothing by sitting around. You'll have to get off your duff and get tough and start doing the work. Because once you start doing the work, he's going to pour them blessings out, right? Okay. So the universe wants to come in and give you a message. Oh, Father said, oh, no, no, no. Okay, hold on. The divine guidance first, then the universe. Okay. 4 shuffles. 1 for the money. 2 because we trust you. 3 because we communicate. And 4 because we're stable enough. All right, what do we need to know? I don't know why I just did. Father says it's time for some of you to go in a new direction. It's time to break free from your shell. This is that enlightenment that he's talking about. It's time to proceed softly. It's time to do the work. There's no time to sit on your duff. It's time to get tough and it's time to get out there and put the work in. You can't make a change if you ain't getting up and moving it, Yeah, look, there's new openings of that stability. That's what I'm talking about. These are the multidimensional realms, okay? They see your heart glowing. They see that unconditional love, but they see, oh, you're like, where do I go? And you're sitting here going like, where do I go? It's like, come on, change that direction, break out of that shell. It's time is up. Time is up. Father is saying it's time to get to your purpose. Yeah, and be very intimate so that you can have them new beginnings. This is the intimacy. This is all about that inspiration, that creativity, and being able to have that new beginning that you've been longing for. Okay, what else do we have, Father? Is that the reflection card? Yes, indeed, Rudy. Okay, he wants you to reflect on your divine path. He's saying that it's time to reflect on your divine path and have that gentle release. It is like you need to be able to release when it comes to it because you're hearing the messages, okay? But he's saying, are you getting, because this almost reminds me of Lord Ganesh, right? When you look at this, it's like there's the eyes of Lord Ganesh and he's sitting here in the meditative stage. And it's like, you need to gently release each and every situation and take your accountability, okay? And don't try to masquerade it and say, oh, well, that person did it all and I did nothing. That's wrong, okay? That's not right. Ooh, yeah, told you. The divine is coming in and saying, look, they're ready for you to accept your new direction, okay? So when they told you you need to change your direction, look, the balance is the ascended masters are saying, listen, you're very abundant. You're very powerful. You have great potential. You need to take that direction. Now, you see how you were sitting here spinning this way, right? They said, time to dip and take that new direction. It's time. Oh, divine masculine. What are you trying to say? I just heard divine masculine come in. Somebody's divine masculine because he's coming in here and saying, listen, you helped me out a lot. You helped me heal a lot with a divine feminine. He's saying with the divine feminine that he was with to have a greater understanding. So for whoever that resonates, just know that they're understanding. Yeah, because look, there's the astral realms, right? This one right here, this is all about your stability in the astral realms. And this is all about your element, okay? Where are you in your element? Do you have them people who are supporting you? Do you have them people who are vibrating high, or do you have negative people? Oh, I'm hearing, yeah, you have a negative divine masculine around right now. Okay. Yeah. Confirmation. Divine feminine, you have a very negative divine masculine around, because this is divine feminine is very happy. But the divine masculine, as he was showing up here with me itching my nose, he was showing up is that he's not so happy about something, okay? Oh, okay. Thank you. The divine guidance said he's not happy because he wanted his divine feminine, but he chose the karmic situation, okay? And he thought it was going to be happier over there, but it wasn't. Now he's missing divine feminine because he should have took a different direction. So that, okay, that makes sense. Now I feel somebody just got anxiety because I'm feeling it's like their heart is like bouncing out of their chest, like but that's why the ascended masters were coming in here and saying, listen, it's time for you to change direction. We are giving you that enlightenment. Okay, something did not work out when you strayed away from divine feminine, because this light is her beacon of light. He shied away, he closed off because he was afraid of her light. And that's what stopped him and made him come into his divine purpose. Thank you, Father. Yeah, there's that fiery dragon. It's like you are very protected. Okay, they see your growth, but be very passionate of what's going on. Some of you can be oh, that's all, folks. No, just kidding. Yeah, I'm hearing on the fiery dragon guides, they're coming in and they're saying, listen, we have been protecting divine masculine and divine feminine's relationship because divine masculine has now stepped in to see that he needed to change directions because he was listening to the wrong people. He wasn't following his love, his desires, his passions. And the fact of he turned away from divine feminine, because the divine, the ascended masters and God and everybody, to all the spiritual realms, they had divine feminine the whole time. You know, she knew where she was going. She knew she was that beacon of light, right? But it's like he's now, and this also gives me the colors of the pink and green of the earth angel. Okay, so now he can be seeing truly that you're an earth angel. And look at, can't make it up, buttercup, can't make it up, buttercup. Look, so now he's seeing that sweet knowledge of everything that you had been speaking, because you speak your truth. This is all about speak your truth, right? So he wants a new beginning on this divine path, because Father has showed him now to balance his head and his heart, right? It's about being able to balance and being able to fully have that great gentleness. Now he has blossomed to be more gentle. He's not so like, rawr, and this is the way I want it, and if you don't do it, I'm gonna scream at you or whatnot. But he has changed and really opened up to 22 as Archangel Raphael. Okay, So this is divine masculine, and our father helped him blossom, grow into who he is, to open up his divine grid of where he is meant to go. Okay, so now they are asking to get the universe card. Like I said, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that little notification bell. And they said, you see how point on Father and his communication is? Because this card came out and it says, you can always change how you feel, and you can always feel whatever you like. Don't you remember? You bought the upgrade, the superior deluxe double plus good time space package, right? With a side order of chocolate mousse. Smooth, baby, the universe. As I was saying, you can always change how you feel, and you can always feel whatever you like. So the thing that, when that card comes out, it just screams to me is that you can make the change. You are allowed to feel joy. You are allowed to feel that peace. You are allowed to come into your bliss. You are allowed to love. Okay. Nobody should close off their heart chakra because they were hurt from somebody. It's like, accept the lesson, because that was a straight up lesson. If it hurt that bad, that was Father pointing out a lesson to you. Okay. And this one says, for every setback, disappointment, and heartbreak, ask yourself, what does this create the opportunity for? And therein you will find its gifts. Everything has a reason, the universe. And if you look close enough, the reason will always be love, healing, happy, dancing, if not all of it. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, this is what I said earlier back in the reading, right? It's like, for every setback and challenge that we have that deep cellular healing that is actually in the cells of our body that creates the chronic pains and things that you go through. It's like, once people start paying attention to that, it's like, whoa, okay. All right, so the last two, the last two before we end this, it says, it's no accident that your courage often overrides your common sense. You wanted to be programmed that way. You also wanted it all. Proud of you, the universe. Besides, common sense is not only what you need to get where you are going. Okay, so understand that. It's like, you ask for something, when Father gives it to you, it's like you want to run away from it. You want to stop, the divine blessings that are coming in. And this one says, you're the kind of person who saves so much time every month with wise decisions, creative thoughts, and simple kindness, that if you were anyone else, you'd toot your own horn, take the next week off, and stop feeling guilty for not doing more. Really? The universe. Yes, simple kindness saves time. It also extends lives, loudens the laughter, the laughter. Just kidding. And compounds interest, right? And yes, loudens is a real word. Okay. So remember when I told you about, I feel that divine masculine, he was laughing so hard that his belly right here. Okay, this is just confirmation that it comes out. It's like, we have the decisions with the gifts that Father gave us, what he programmed us with. And it's like, some of you want to do the work, some of you don't want to do the work, because when it said, oh, might come in here and toot your own horn, or take the next week off, or stop feeling guilty, for not doing more. It's like, we have to do what we have to do in order to evolve and ascend to the next level. Because when Father orders our stairs, if we don't do the work and he decides to take that blessing away, that blessing won't come back. He will give it off to somebody else. So if you're self-sabotaging yourself from your blessings and you're not doing the work, when your blessing don't come, you can't get mad, because you basically said, okay, I'm not going to do the work. I'm not going to do this. So you're sitting here going, when's Father going to bring my blessing? And then all of a sudden you're like, you see your friend get the blessing and you're like, wait a minute, that was my blessing. Yeah, it's because you have to get off your duff, get tough, do the work through that pain, heal it, be accountable, be vulnerable, be transparent, speak your truth. Okay, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. Because if you speak your truth, people have their whole life to get over the truth you spoke. You speak a lie, you have to sit there and try to figure out, okay, what did I tell this person and this person? When you speak your truth, there ain't no figuring out nothing. Each time you've been asked something, that truth will be spit right out, right out. I mean, it's right there. It's because speaking the truth is going to get you to higher. Being vulnerable. And when I say being vulnerable, it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm going to be so vulnerable, I'm going to let people take advantage of me. No, being transparent and being vulnerable and stepping into your divine masculine or your divine feminine really truly means you're taking on the roles of what you're supposed to be doing. Because a lot of you, as we learned in the sacred transformation, a lot of you may have a lot of the divine masculine energy going on, right? And it's up to you to step into your divine feminine energy and come out of that divine masculine energy and balance the things out for the divine feminine, and vice versa. You do the same, just reverse the roles. So it's up to you to do the work, because when you do the work, everything just flows. You have fun, you live life. But I'm gonna put that key but in there, okay? Let that key but that doesn't mean that your challenges are gonna be over. That doesn't mean that you're not gonna have trials and tribulations, because we are imperfectly imperfect, flaws and all. And the more that you level up and other people come in, the more you're gonna be tested, and you can still have problems and challenges, but Father will be there every step of the way. So that I'm going to leave it on that. God bless all of you, sending you lots of love and light, prayers, hopes, and wishes that all of your dreams, goals, and desires come true. I love you so, family. I love you to all my new soul family. God bless all of you. Okay. So when it comes to that, you day, um, energetically, you are being pulled. It's like the divine says, you're not done. There's a soul contract between you two that has not been finished. And so when Father is like pulling you closer and closer to this person, or back to her, excuse me, but when he's pulling you back to her, it's like that's the time where he said you need to reach out. Now, according to what he had said, tomorrow, well, no, today is your Wednesday, right? Today would be your Wednesday. No, I haven't. I'll have to check it out. Okay, so today you are supposed to try to reach out with contact, remember? Oh, you didn't interrupt, sister. This is like anybody who wants to ask or, you know, put anything out there. This is the time being. Yes, it's you should try to reach out and just see kind of where the stability is. You should try to reach out to see where the stability is. And remember when Father said that if she becomes negative, or she's kind of like snappy or whatnot, or just straight up ignore you, that's when you need to pull your energy back. No more communication until she starts coming forward. Yes, 3 days from yesterday. So it'd be Wednesday for you today. So then it would be Friday for you. Because it was yesterday that we did it. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You would do it Friday. Your Friday. Yes. Yes, sweetheart. And absolutely, yes, Friday. And Luana, I haven't checked that out yet, but I'm gonna check that out and see what that's all about. But yeah, once the videos are stopped, anybody, soul family, if there's something you want to ask, it you're not interrupting anything, just put it out there and I'll catch it, and when I'm done answering the one, then I'll be able to get to it, so that way everybody gets theirs and they feel like they can be able to do it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check it out. Definitely. Okay, so are you wanting to ask Archangel Michael to remove the lower energies, to make sure that the lower energies are removed, for when it all goes down? You just say, Archangel, please remove all the lower energies immediately from me, from her, and have them prayers come out, to wish her well. But for you, it's make sure that you say, Archangel Michael, please come in and remove all the lower energies immediately. And Archangel Metron, put a cube around us to protect us. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I have asked you to do that, and that's why I was saying you just come in and say, Archangel Michael, please remove all lower energies immediately. Yeah, Luana, I'm gonna have to definitely check it out because I like all the different things, especially everybody asks me, like, how can you wear the lime green? And it's like, hey, well, I'm a being me alone. That's what I want to wear. That's what I'm gonna wear. Okay, so working on oneself means, like, if there's something that is like the repeated trauma, or if there's something from your childhood or events from family, friends, ex-lovers, when you're working on yourself, what you're doing is you're calling recognition to the past things that have hurt you, or who you have hurt, and you're wanting to close them cycles out by being able to acknowledge, take accountability for where you had you know maybe made a mistake, or you did something that wasn't so nice, and to really just go in and be accountable for them things, bring them to the surface, because a lot of people, like, say if they've been hurt by an ex-partner and stuff, and it's like they don't want to bring it up because it triggers them and it makes them feel anxiety, and just it depressed them, or it just gives them PTSD. It's because that trauma is so bad. So when they start recognizing what what transitioned in that relationship to make it become that physical, you know what I mean? And what part did you take that contributed to that becoming more of an intense connection, you know what I mean? So it's working on you like that. um Working on oneself means pulling out all them things that you want to kind of push down from your past trauma. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And I hope Sugar Love is doing good, and our other soul family. I know a lot of things have been going on for people, but for Misty, hopefully Misty's doing well. Haven't seen her in a while. Um, yes, absolutely. So that's the best. That's where Father says proceed slowly on it and look at each one. And then when it comes to it, like when you work on yourself, it's like, what do you need to change about yourself that, like, say if you have friends that are no longer your friends and you want to know like what triggered them relationships to where you guys started butting heads and everything. Yes, Misty has been missing for almost a month now, so I'm hoping everything's okay. Yeah, it's on my thing. It's been about a month since she's said her phone was half dead, but I believe she's got her, I want to say it's her son in school, or no, her son's older. I'm not really sure. So I'm hoping that she's doing well, and we miss her, and we can't really make plans for all of us to come together, with the missing person not being here. So, and I want to send prayers out to our other soul family members, to Sugar Love, to Misty, and to all else who need, the prayers and the healing, because it's very important that we keep praying for our soul family. They may be going through things in secret and they just don't want to come out, and that's their right, that's their free will to be able to kind of work through the stuff. But yeah, it's like when something ends for me, like Father's coming in and saying, like, when he pulled me away from the people who I thought were my inner circle and he like ripped them out of my life, it was because it was like the betrayals that were happening behind my back, and me, doing the things that I was doing for them and being there and being that nurturer and that listening ear and everything. Father took them out. And so I'm looking and I'm like, you look at each individual relationship and you're like, okay, well, why did this one end? And it's I know it's repetitive, but you have to like find the key component of why Father made them come in for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and figure out what is the main factor of all the relationships. Like, what is that one factor? Because that's something that you need to heal on a deeper level. That's what Father shows you. So, whatever takes place with, family members, friends, past lovers, it's like that key denominator that happened in every relationship. You need to look at that, because that's Father with the third eye coming in and telling you he's trying to communicate. So, all right. Well, I love you all, so family, and I hope you have a terrific Tuesday and a wonderful Wednesday, you day. I love all of you. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow. Um, yeah, tomorrow I should be here right on time. The morning's pretty taken up, but my afternoon is pretty. Yes, definitely. We will discuss some things before you go meet up. Okay? Well, I understand that, and that is your free will. If you just want to abandon, if you want to close off that cycle, what you need to do is you need to pray and talk to Father. Because if you just want to abandon that relationship so that something new can come in, that's something that you have to talk to him about. Because if you don't complete a soul contract, yeah, and that's the hard part, because it's like you shouldn't be chasing her at all. You shouldn't be chasing her at all. It should be an equal give or take, you know? And it's like, if you reach out and Father's telling you, you know, when to reach out, and you reach out and she treats you like that, okay? This Friday, because Father had already said, like, when you reach out, if she's still in that behavior, then he wants you to pull back your full energy, right? Because that means that she has made the free choice, that she does not want to do that inner healing. She does not want to change. She does not want to make things different. But now, if she keeps going back and forth with that iffy energy, you know, you also need to look at that too. But that's why I say turn to Father and say, Father, give me the divine guidance of what you want me to do. Because if you don't complete your soul contract, it's like this will keep going on, and it can go 5, 10, 20 years, and this will keep being that bouncing circle, you know, that karmic circle, and you don't want that. So yeah, it's like, you know, you be able to reach out, and, you know, if she doesn't respond, if you're not getting, you know, at least loving and respectful communication back, you know, if she starts treating you like that, just know that she has made the fact that she's not wanting to change. And that's where Father said, talk to Father, because he's going to guide you to where you're going to meet somebody new, and things are going to pop off like popcorn at the carnival, where it just goes, you know. So he said, just, you got to keep being patient and see where things go. So, but that is the message. So, family, I love you all. Peace. Good night. Good day. Stay blessed. Lots of love and light. Lots of healing and prayers. And I also send my prayers out to the people in Maui. And I pray that they find, you know, because I know they're having a hard time identifying some of the lost souls and everything. But, you know, may they find everyone that is lost. May they be able to be accountable for, because that is one of the biggest disasters in history right now when it comes to the fire. You are very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for always being here and showing the love and support. And good night to you too. So, peace. Love you all. Good night. Good day. Good night.